All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be reacting to a video from Asmongold. And this particular video is titled about the supposed illegal immigrant simulator. Yes, I am not kidding. There was a video game that was showcased at Gamescom that has now been privated by Geoff Keighley because of the Asmongold video, which is why I want to watch this video. And he goes over the entire reaction to this supposed illegal immigrant simulator. It's a video game that has you actually trying to help illegal immigrants cross the United States border illegally. I'm not kidding. So let's get into this video. Let's see what Asmongold has to say, and let's have a little bit of a laugh because I'm sure it's going to be a banger. Here we go.
Legally crossing into the USA and processing the trauma from being a minority with real audio clips from real illegals. I have to see this. I have to see it. I want to watch it.
I have to see it too. Please, let's go.
This is content. Wait a minute. Okay, we might have something here. Let's get it.
This is what content creators live for. What? What? Illegal immigrant simulator? This is what we live for. This is the Olympics now. We're ready to play.
My pronouns are she, her, and
shit! Starting us off strong. No. Starting us off strong. My pronouns are she, her. What? Did you even say your name? I barely caught your name, but I caught your pronouns. I feel his pain. Look at his pain. Oh, his pain. I felt that.
I just got triggered.
I felt that.
So I got a little intro. Thank you. My name's Carla Reyes. My pronouns are she, her. And yeah, I run a little indie studio called Anima Interactive. We're developing Take Us North, which is about migration across the US-Mexico border, which is obviously a very relevant and heavy-hitting topic.
Yeah.
But that's why we found it important to talk about now. And I'll share a little bit about our behind the scenes in the development of this project. Because
these are the studios that would get all kinds of government funding. I'm sure she's governmentally funded to an extent as well, but these are the studios that had such easy access to our money, and they would get government funding to push out nonsense like this. This is basically another Dustborn, right? Dustborn was funded all the way to the max by government money. This is the same exact thing. They're not building a video game to try to garner sales. They're not building a video game to try to create a community around the game and to try to eventually release sequels. No, none of that stuff. They're building a video game for propaganda. That's what they're building for. They're building a video game to try to garner awards from these woke-ass ceremonies that only give out awards to certain social impact video games, which is exactly what this is trying to be.
It's very deeply rooted in research. Given how sensitive and complex and nuanced the subject matter is, we want to make sure that we are telling these stories.
Are they going to research the way that illegal migrants steal the identities of American citizens and then claim their benefits illegally?
Ooh.
I wonder if they're going to talk about that.
Authentically, and that we are, reaching our goal in trying to shift hearts and minds around this. So before I begin, I'm actually curious.
Yeah, this isn't a game, it's propaganda. Of course.
Oh my God.
Obviously it is.
He said exactly what I said. Then listen to what she said. She said, we are trying to shift hearts and minds. That's what she's trying to do. Shift hearts and minds. It's not a video game. It's propaganda.
To ask all of you, because I'm mindful there might not be many Americans in the room. Are there any Americans, by the way? No, okay. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so could I ask, what are your perceptions around like the motivations behind migration across the US-Mexico border? Like, what are you hearing in the headlines in the news? I'm just curious. You can shout things out, or yep, go ahead. Trump out. Yes. Okay. Anyone else?
This is fucking cringe, bro.
I just hope that China and Korea can save us from this madness.
This is fucking cringe.
Maybe like South America can.
And then people wonder why there is so much money going to the Chinese right now. Wow, shocking. People wonder why there is so much money going to the South Koreans right now when they release their video games. Gee, I wonder why these two places are getting so much money from the West in terms of the gaming industry. Gee, I wonder why.
Oh my God. There's somebody gotta do this. Like, This is bad.
What do you think is the primary motivation for people from Latin America or otherwise crossing the U.S.-Mexico border?
Who cares?
Violence.
Great. Okay, violence. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyone
that's
else?
the problem.
Else?
I agree. I used to live in El Salvador, San Jose, and violence is the main.
Yes. Okay. So this is great because I think like in the U.S., one of the narratives that's being pushed is obviously, you've probably heard this. Americans or they'll often say Latin Americans, or they'll be reductive to Mexicans. They will say like they're just stealing our jobs, right? Like
They are. It's a fact. They're stealing the
They
jobs.
are.
They're creating more traffic. They overload social systems. They steal people's identities to get government benefits. They steal, obviously, a bunch of other different type of entitlement programs like food stamps, etc. They do jobs for cents on the dollar that should be made for Americans, or they should be improved by automation instead of relying on illegals as a working class of people.
Dude, I love how she says this is a narrative when at the end of the day, everything Asmongold just said is easily provable. I don't understand. I don't understand. And then to say like, oh, they're leaving for violence. If violence is why they're leaving, then why are they causing so much violence over here as well? Why are so many of them getting caught causing so much violence here? It's unbelievable.
The reason why people think this is because it's true.
People are saying, where's the game? Don't worry, we're going to get to that point. This is a little bit of a long video. Grab your popcorn. Trust me, it's got to be worth it.
And also, by the way, they just showed up in our fucking country. Why the fuck should we be okay with people showing up in our country? We didn't say they could be here.
This is the same kind of woman that says you should be okay with people showing up to your country illegally, that if somebody showed up to her house unwarranted or uninvited, she would be the first one to call the cops. She would be the first one to claim, oh, I feel unsafe. Why? Why do you feel unsafe? You shouldn't feel unsafe. Should the country feel unsafe because there are millions of people crossing the border illegally? You shouldn't feel unsafe. Fuck it. Let Pablo in your house. Let him in your house. He's a good guy. It's okay. Nothing's going to happen.
What a ridiculous thing to say. Oh, people want to come here. Too bad. It's like even the base impulse of this is outrageous. Like the amount of entitlement that these people have is disgusting to me. It is. It's absolutely disgusting.
Is she even American? Because she questioned if other people are American. I wonder, is she American? She sounds like she is, but is she actually American, or is she like from somewhere else? Is she Mexican? What's the deal here?
The natives said too, no? Yeah, and look what happened to them. Not so good, huh? Yeah, I don't want to end up like that.
One of the big rhetoric pushes, and part of what we're trying to do is
one of the big rhetoric pushes. It's always the same words with these people. It's always the same words. It's literally all bullshit.
This misinformation, right? So
misinformation.
Let me just quickly show a couple of videos here. So we've done like voice of the people style interviews to ask people about their understanding about migration across the U.S.-Mexico border. So let me see if this
public opinion on why people migrate to the
U.S. Oh, hold on. I want to make sure this audio works.
This is a video game?
Friends. Let me see. Hold on.
Bro, why is this at Gamescom? Why is any of this at Gamescom? What the fuck does this have to do? Oh my God, bro. 90% of her presentation, I guarantee you, is not even going to be about the game. 90% of her presentation is going to be about the message of her game. And then maybe if we're lucky, we might get 10% of the game. That's basically it.
Let's try this.
Quality of life, right? Like
I think it's like most things when it comes to immigration.
FYI, really quick, the reason why we're reacting to Asmongold's videos because he's the only one that managed to react to it fast enough before Geoff Keighley privated it. So nobody else has the copy. He's the only channel that has the copy of this video. So that's why we're reacting to it. That's the only way we can see what happened. That's basically it.
It's always you're either fleeing something or want to get to something.
Yeah.
Duh.
And like I know there's a lot of like violence and like drug problems in and around the border, like with the cartels.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine it's just a lot of fleeing that really for
human trafficking,
safety for their families.
Where is this? Is this in New York? Like, Union Square. I think this is New York. It looks like they're, what is this, Central Park? I would not be surprised. Of course, why is it that every single time these activists want to get somebody that's going to side with them in terms of their narrative, whatever they're trying to push, they always end up going to a blue city, or they'll go to like California, or they'll go to New York, and they'll be like, hey, we're going to ask you these super liberal questions, knowing that we can select and cherry pick super liberal people that are going to answer exactly how we want them to answer. Like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Not making good money, and it's hope of the people. I mean, from many countries, people are dreaming of living in the United States because they are sending to families money which they are making here. I mean,
so if they're dreaming of moving to the United States, why don't they respect the fucking country that they dream of moving to and come here legally? We have a process for you to utilize to get here legally. Just because you want to get here faster doesn't mean you can hop the fucking border and become a criminal the moment you enter the country. Like, what the fuck is that?
What we see.
Why don't they ever ask these questions in Texas? I'm sure the people of Texas will love to give their answer of how they feel about people going over the border illegally every fucking day. I wonder.
Here, it's like not big money, like $15-20 per hour.
American work there. You know, people would take who are more refugees than anything else, the jobs no one wants.
The American dream, pretty much.
I like how she says that the illegals take the jobs that nobody wants. That is bullshit. There is always somebody looking for a job that will take the job. The problem is that they're choosing to hire the people who will do it for cents on the dollar compared to hiring the American that actually would do the job. This whole excuse of, oh, people don't want to do the job. That's bullshit. There's people that want to do the job. Bro, sanitation has amazing pay and benefits. What are you talking about? People want to do the job.
This is what I'm talking about, bro, right here.
Exactly.
I've been trying to warn y'all about this.
Roasted, go.
I've been trying to tell y'all about this. This is it. How disingenuous for them to say migration when the debate is about illegal immigration. Oh, it's because they don't believe that it's illegal. That's the reason why. They think it's okay for them to do it. Like they have some kind of like entitlement to come to America. It's outrageous.
More refugees than anything else, the jobs no one wants.
The American dream, pretty much. So coming from where my parents, ancestors are immigrants, but this time, I think from back then, it's completely different. Mm-hmm. People come in to better their lives and better their family lives, more opportunities, better living.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was in New York City, where I guess people have a sense of, you know, some of the motivations behind migration.
By the way, New York City, so if you have a map of the U.S.,
is the farthest away. It's like one of the farthest places away from the border. And you're like, hey, we're going to ask the people who generally are not affected by this what they feel about the situation at the border. Instead of going to ask the people who are actually at the border, you want to go all the way up north and be like, hey, what do you guys think about what's happening down south? What the fuck, bro? This is so stupid.
New York City's all the way up here. And the border's all the way down here. So if you ever hear a New Yorker talking about how good illegal immigration is, just keep in mind that unless the people get bussed up to New York, a lot of times they don't even have to deal with it because they're on the completely other side of the border.
Whatever actual illegal immigrants they get bussed up to the north, whether it's New York or whatever, Minnesota, whatever, like it doesn't matter. Any illegals that get bussed up is going to pale in comparison to the amount of illegals that stay near the border because it's just easier that way, because they're scared to travel and move anywhere else. The amount of people that are staying in Texas or even Louisiana or New Mexico or anything like that, like the amount of people that stay down there is astronomically higher than the people that get bussed up to sanctuary cities or whatever the case may be. It's not even close. So, yeah, even if New York ends up getting some illegal immigrants, it's not even close to the number that Texas or any of these states down here are dealing with.
It's delusional. Yeah, they have like, it's insane. Yep.
Let me just see.
Martha's Vineyard?
Is
yeah,
it
definitely.
possible to raise the volume a bit, by the way? I'm sorry
Jesus.
to the AV team. Could people hear that okay? Or oh yeah, it was fine.
Unfortunately.
Okay, cool. All right.
I wish I didn't hear it.
Let me see if I can go back here.
Okay, so do we
And
get
guys, keep in mind, this is supposed to be a video game presentation. This is supposed to be a presentation about a video game that this person is working on, but it's not. It's not at all. It is a propaganda presentation.
watch the game?
No.
Apologies.
Do we get? I don't care about like this. This is just
Goal
Thank
with,
you for.
with
Oh my
Take Us
God, he
North
skipped it. Thank you for skipping it, Asmongold. Thank you. Holy shit.
is really to
Mhm.
try to humanize migrant stories and capture some of the complexity and nuance.
Bro, wait a second. Did that video say that this is 8 hours long? Oh my God. On the bottom, he's at 6 hours and 58 minutes out of 8 hours and 29 minutes. There's no way that all of this is this woman. There's no way, right? Please tell me there's no way. There's
So
impossible.
yeah, as I
Just
said,
propaganda.
it's a narrative-driven game
straight up
inspired by
propaganda.
real-world stories. So we're conducting extensive
Oh, here we
interviews
go, the
with
game.
Take Us
Okay.
North plays the role of migrant. Players assume the role of a migrant guy who embodies the complex interplay of duty and empathy. I wonder if he sexually traffics the women that he's helping move over the border. They probably won't do that, will they? No.
Oh my God. I like how every time we get these propaganda stories, they're always told from the most perfection background possible. They're like, yeah, it's going to be a bunch of these guys who are super empathetic. They're really nice people. They just want a better life. They want all that stuff. They're totally not here to abuse the women that are on the other side or cause crime or whatever, or sell drugs or traffic drugs. No, they're not here for any of that, even though a lot of the situations have to do around that. He's just here to be empathetic. He's here to be a man of duty. He's here to do everything possible to have a better life. Yeah, that's the story they want to sell.
Because it might make what they're saying look bad, even though that's exactly what happens. I wonder if you're able to molest the women that you help come across the border with. Probably not. I wonder why. It's because it's not about telling.
Maybe that's going to be the DLC. You never know. We can't assume. She might get more government funding that will allow her to do a DLC pack called Realism that will feature different things like Asmongold mentioned that'll be possible in the expansion. You never know.
An accurate story. It's about telling a lie.
with migrants and asylum seekers, and I'll dig into our approach to that in a bit. But basically, in the game, you play the role
Kids
of a
also,
migrant
of course.
guide or a guia, often known as coyotes. Coyotes are often associated with the drug trade. You know, people mentioned carteles before, but it's more complicated than that. And
It is more complicated. It's worse.
Oh my God. She's like, yeah, these coyotes, they are, they're usually involved with the drug trade. They're normally involved with the cartels. But, at the end of the day, it's a little bit complicated. Like, hey, we just misunderstand the cartels. We don't understand them on an empathetic level. That's what it is. We don't understand the drug smugglers on an empathetic level. We're trying to understand what they're doing to have a better life. We just misunderstand. Bro. I'm sorry. That shit blew my mind, bro.
that's why we want to show this game, because we believe in video games as one of the
Bro, this game is a prequel to Schedule 1. That's what this game is. This game is going to be the prequel to Schedule 1, and then Schedule 1 is going to be the sequel where you successfully get to America and you become a drug kingpin. That's what this game
most
is.
immersive art forms, and as a tool to foster empathy and awareness of
It's not
specific
empathy at all. You want to come to another country and experience its resources and then take advantage of it while not respecting that country's borders. You want to go into the country illegally against their consent. You know that you're not supposed to be here. You're going here anyway. You want to talk about empathy? I think that should start at the beginning whenever you come somewhere where
You're forcing yourself through the border, and then you're telling the people who live here that you deserve to be here because you feel like it. Just because you feel like it. Who the fuck are you? I have no idea. But you came across the border and you're like, yep, I understand you have all these laws saying I can't be here, but fuck you. I feel like I should be here. Let me in, bitch. That's literally what this is.
you know you're not supposed to be. Why y'all put up with these retards? Honestly, I think that the time of putting up with these people is almost over.
It's over. It's
coming to a close, and I am so fucking glad. It's almost done.
topics.
Hopefully.
Okay, so we watch those videos. Yes.
Narrative vision, real world stories and hardship. We're collaborating with Undocumented Filmmakers Collective. Oh my God.
What?
So
Our work is grounded in research as we've partnered with the UCLA anthropologists and subject matter experts. What subject matter experts? The people who are helping them cross the fucking border? Like, what is this?
the project is really rooted in research, as I said. So we are collaborating closely with anthropologists. There's a lab at the University of California, Los Angeles, that's run by a professor called Jason.
So they're working with a university in California for this. I would have never expected such a dramatic change of events. Wow. Can you believe that?
Not surprised at all. To
Who
be
would have
honest with you.
thought? Yeah. In what world a U.S. person comes to Germany to virtue signal about their problems? Imagine traveling to the EU to promote such a game. Well, I don't know where she's from. I have no idea.
I'm very curious where she's from.
How do you use your brain dealing with this shit every day and not want to blow your brains out? Because I know that, like, whenever I talk about this stuff and I cover it, I think that I'm doing a public service. I think I'm helping people realize how blatantly manipulative, toxic, problematic, and bad it is. I think that there is an overabundance of emotionally charged messaging that is designed intentionally to make you give up your country, to give up your culture, to give up your morality, and to instead effectively adopt someone else's. It's not about you being not judgmental. It's about letting somebody else judge you and letting them decide what's okay, letting them tell you what's acceptable, letting them dictate their idea of empathy. Their idea of empathy is, we're going to invade your country illegally, and if you get mad about it, we're going to call you mean.
This man is cooking, bro. Absolutely
The
cooking.
character name? What's the character name? Well, she's
Karen?
been seen.
The character's name is Karen? She named the character's name Karen, bro? Oh my God. They ain't no fucking illegal named Karen. Karen recalls what she's seen in the last few months. Scabies, parasites, scorpion bites, broken bones. There ain't no fucking illegal named Karen. What kind of nonsense is this, bro? This is unbelievably bullshit.
I don't see character name. Top right. I don't get it.
He's a little slow. It's Karen, bro.
Scorpion bite.
Karen. Asmongold go. Oh my God, he found out. He gave her a white woman's name, bro. Oh my God. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. We all feel the same. The jokes write themselves.
Oh man.
The jokes write themselves.
What are the odds? You can't make. Yeah, bro. This is poetic.
De Leon, who has done extensive research both in Latin America and along the border. He published a book last year called...
you did so much research, you called her Karen. What the fuck?
Soldiers and Kings, which is all about smuggling across the U.S.-Mexico border. And we've been working with his team. And there's also a collective of...
Anybody who's doing any smuggling across the border illegally isn't a soldier, and they're certainly not a king.
Facts.
They're criminals that often sexually abuse the people that they're doing things with, and also manipulate them, sometimes kill them, and traffic over drugs that kill people.
Undocumented.
They're parasites. The people that do that are awful.
Filmmakers in the U.S. So these are people who are artists and storytellers in their own right, but they actually also have experience of having crossed the border. So here you can kind of just see, like, side by side.
Oh, this is their game versus the pictures and the reality that they're basing it off of. So on the left here, you can see them kind of, what is it? I guess they're sitting on top of something. What is this? A train? They're on top of a train. You have the ditch with barbed wire crossing the river. A helicopter searching for them over here, I suppose.
A lot of the...
Unbelievable.
Oh my God. This is amazing. Wow. This is no game. No, it's not. Holy shit. This is ridiculous. I know. Can you believe this?
The context that we're trying
Wow.
to portray in the game. So, of course, the U.S.-Mexico border, and it's primarily set in the
Yeah.
Sonoran Desert, which is one of the deadliest migrant trails. And there are deterrence policies that Border Patrol has where they'll essentially like weaponize nature, and they're trying to keep
Thank God.
Weaponized
Thank
nature.
God. Be lucky it's not worse.
Weaponized nature, they say. Wow. Weaponized nature. Okay, that's a new one. That's a
That's
new
some
one.
alligator Alcatraz shit. That's the way it should be.
migrants in the desert for as long as possible, suffering from extreme heat, extreme
Oof.
cold.
Yeah, the migrants just spawned there. They chose to go there. You decided to do this.
Walking days across the desert, and unfortunately thousands of migrants have died or gone missing on these trails.
Then
And
they shouldn't have gone on the trail. They shouldn't have done it. Yeah, they shouldn't have done it.
This woman's logic is, hey, the nature surrounding the border is too harsh, so we need to make it nicer so that these migrants have an easier time to cross and potentially go into the country illegally. It's like, no, we actually need to make it harder. We need to put some fucking, I don't know what, but we need to put something there. What are you talking about?
Maybe if you don't want to have this bad happen to you, maybe just don't do it. Do not come.
I've gone myself and walked along the trails and done on the ground.
Oh, she admitted she walked along the trail. She did it herself. She's illegal. She's illegal.
Work with humanitarian groups, and we'll talk about that. But there are also other aspects of the trail which I'll dig into.
Oh my God!
And yeah, just some examples of the team going to visit the lab at UCLA.
Survival and hope in the world of human smuggling. What a bunch of fucking bullshit. This is the problem that I think these people have, is that they're like, you really think human trafficking is about survival and hope? Oh my God.
This is women being overly empathetic, weaponizing their empathy and thinking everybody else has to be empathetic instead of realistic. That's really what this is. It's a bunch of women. She keeps saying her team. I guarantee you most of her team is probably women, with the occasional guy or two who is there either for protection or for the heavy lifting. But regardless, it's a team of women that are coming together and trying to say, oh, you guys just don't understand the plight of these people. They're trying to escape their terrible countries, and every single one of them are good people that just want a better life. Bro, you may live in a perfect world in your own mind, and truthfully, a lot of these women do, right? They live in very comfortable scenarios. So in their mind, they can't comprehend that the world is a shitty place. They can't comprehend that these people that are coming in will not come in to do good things the majority of the time. Sure, every once in a while, they might be someone who is doing a good thing. But at the end of the day, you should be coming in the country legally. There are methods for you to utilize to get in this country. Crossing the border illegally is not one of them. No matter how hard you try to spin it into, oh, but think about the humans. Think about, like, no. We're the only country that seemingly the border should not matter. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here with that shit.
Where we could see artifacts that were left in the desert.
These women, you know what these women need to see? These women need to see the truth and the reality of what human trafficking and human smuggling really is. That's what, and unfortunately, the only way for them to see that is to experience it, which that'll be bad. So I don't want that to happen to them. But they need to see real documented history of what real human smuggling and trafficking is like and how terrible these people are. And these are the people that are trying to sneak into the country. A good amount of them. That's the people coming in here. And that's the people who you're trying to say, hey, let's welcome them with open arms. We need to be empathetic. No, fuck your empathy. Seriously.
By migrants.
Can we see the video game
on
yet?
a recent trip that I
video
did
games
on the border.
What do you mean
I
about video
actually
games?
found artifacts that migrants had left behind. So they're still doing this to this day.
Artifacts?
What are they, a lost people?
Well, she's acting like she's finding like a Native American Indian, like, fucking arrowhead from the 1400s. Well, like
She's acting like this is an ancient people. We found artifacts. We found drawings in the caves.
Coke can.
Making this journey, even despite everything that's happening in the US, because there's a lot of misinformation on both sides, actually, right? Like
Can of Pringles.
Latin Americans and immigrants from around the world are
Yeah.
being sold this concept of the American dream and that you can cross the border in this way. And
Yeah.
it's very complex. And one of the things, too, that I think is not captured very well is that migrants from all over the world are actually traveling to Latin America in an attempt to make the journey to the US. So,
Oh my God.
That's what Donald Trump has been saying.
But apparently it's misinformation.
Yeah, that's the problem. Exactly. That's the issue. It's a little bit of a self-report, don't you think?
It's honestly amazing that she said all of this, and then not even just before, she's like, yeah, there's a lot of information. And somebody in the crowd said, get Trump out. And she was like, yeah, get Trump out. You guys are fucking idiots, man, I swear.
you see people from Southeast Asia, from Africa. It's not just Mexicans and it's not just Latin Americans, right? And I think this is something that also not that many people are aware of.
So who is it?
Everybody knows that.
And
Look
in the
at
game,
this. The artifacts. The artifacts, they're water canteens. Oh my God, they had water canteens as an artifact from ancient people, a long lost historical society.
we try to do this environmental storytelling that's based on
So let me get this straight. Your idea of environment.
Whereas the game, you got to look at the screenshots. The screenshots, they're showcasing what the game looks like and how they're comparing it to things that they found, artifacts that they found in real life. So look, guys, in the game, while you're hiding behind a rock trying to make sure you don't get shot or eaten by an alligator, you'll be able to look at artifacts that are based on real life. You know, look, she found a black water canteen. So clearly she added black water canteens behind this rock in the game. Fantastic game design.
Environmental storytelling is putting 2 bottles of water next to some rocks.
Hey, it's not
This is environmental.
Hey, it's not bottles of water. It's artifacts. Okay, it's artifacts. It's historical artifacts. We need to be proper here.
a lot of the research. So one example is migrants will actually carry these black water bottles because they believe that they're less conspicuous to U.S. Border Patrol.
How the fuck is a black water bottle less conspicuous to Border Patrol than a standard clear water bottle? What? Like, what? What is that? How does that even make any sense? I don't.
And there's this like saying where they'll say it's better to be hot than caught, in that like drinking, like having these black water bottles actually makes the water almost undrinkable because it's unbearably hot, right? It insulates the heat. But, you know, this is a very clandestine world, and something that we are trying to do through the game is shine a light.
So what is it that at nighttime the black water bottles help you with stealth because you can't see them? Like, what are they trying to level up their stealth or something? Like, what the fuck is this, bro?
On people and humans that are often cast in the shadows, right? They're fleeing persecution and violence, and they're living a life in hiding from the moment.
That's crazy. Wow, that sucks. Too bad. Not our problem.
Flee their homes, because it's often the
Why don't you
cartel
stay there and make it better?
that are going after them, and
Yeah.
I'll kind of talk about that. But and then they have to face Mexican Border Patrol and Border Patrol within Central America as well, where
Good.
the U.S. has been training Border Patrol agencies in other countries as well. So it's a very complex, system and route, and it's not.
There's nothing complex about it. If you don't try to go into the country illegally, you won't have to worry about Border Patrol. It's really not that complicated. If you are trying to go on this journey, this I don't know, kumbaya journey, the way that you want to make it seem, of trying to cross the border illegally, then you're gonna run into the Border Patrol. That's kind of how it goes. That's why they're called Border Patrol. They're not called the Border Welcoming Party. They're not gonna meet you with fucking cake and biscuits and be like, hey guys, welcome. How was that trip of yours? Did you guys enjoy walking across the desert for 5 days to get to the border? Well, we're going to welcome you with open arms. Like, that's not how this is going to work.
Not just happening at the border itself, but it starts all the way in South America. You can see an example of like a rescue beacon here. So this is real. The
Look
image
at this. She put so the image on the top is real. The image on the bottom is in the game. If you look at the top, it says, if you need help, U.S. Border Patrol will arrive in 1 hour, and it's a red button beacon. And they put that here as well on the bottom inside of the game.
at the top is, you know,
It's
in
a
the desert,
self-report red button.
and
This
you can
is the red button. You know what this is called? This is called the give up button. This is called, okay, you guys ready to tap out? You ready to tap out, bitches? You out here fucking walking in the desert trying to cross the border? Listen, press the red button. Press the red button. We will be here within an hour to snag your ass. Press the red button.
see they have this illustration of like an emaciated, desperate migrant, which is just very sad and kind of repulsive to me, truthfully.
Yeah, it is. I can't believe they'd try to come in our country illegally.
What is sad and repulsive about showcasing someone who is in the desert, thirsty, hot, tired, when that's literally what you just explained that they were doing and how they are when they try to cross the border over a couple of days? You just said that that's how they are. So why is it repulsive for the sign to showcase them exactly how you said that they were? That doesn't make any sense.
This is the way that they try to weaponize your empathy against you so they can take advantage of you. Is that they say, well, you know, we have to cross the desert. Well, no, you don't have to, because you shouldn't even be here in the first place. No, you shouldn't be coming here. You shouldn't be going in this direction. You shouldn't be trying to come into a country illegally. This is ridiculous. Not emaciated enough. I mean, she said like tons of people died doing it. I mean, I bet they did. Yeah.
But you know, they'll, you know, it's Border Patrol kind of saying like, we'll rescue you if you need help. So they know that, you know, the migrants are in dire straits in these situations.
And you can see how also in this entire story, not once has there been any conversation about how the people that are the human traffickers are problematic at all. There's no conversation about that. It's because this is not an academic pursuit. This is not something that's being done in order for people to understand things. It's being done in order to push a specific worldview that is intentionally like subversive to America. And this is also true with Europe. It happens with Europe too. It's propaganda.
100%.
So we've been collaborating closely with a shelter, and well, a couple of shelters now in Mexico, specifically in Nogales.
Bro, does this girl have a Mario shirt on? Oh, Nintendo's not gonna like this. Oh, Nintendo. It's
which is on the border between Arizona and Mexico, which is where the Sonoran Desert is. And I've been going down there and also like on a bi-weekly basis, conducting phone and video interviews with asylum seekers and people who have, you know, had to flee their homes because they've either been threatened by cartels in some way. They have not wanted to get recruited, especially in the case of young men, where young men are, you know, it's either they join the carteles or they risk dying, right? And so their only option is to flee. And that these are some of the stories that we're trying to weave into the narrative of the game.
Who the fuck cares? Like, who the fuck cares? Like, who cares? Like, what does this have to do with anything in the U.S.? Like, how is this our problem?
It's not, but they wanted to make it our problem,
bro. Like, yeah, we got to play this. We probably should.
From a game design standpoint, we really want this experience.
Oh, here's the gameplay. Finally, geez, it took us how long to get to the gameplay? Okay, we're here now. Let's go.
To be again like, sensitive. We're not trying to glorify or glamorize this experience, but we want people to feel it, and we want to treat it with respect. So we're trying to balance these moments of tension.
I just realized. Look at this. So you have to walk around the spotlight, and you can see the two people that are avoiding border patrol. Like you see what's going on here. Oh my God!
Right, and having to evade border patrol.
He plays border patrol. I got a feeling you're not going to be able to
not make it trauma porn either, right? I think this is something that, because they're human stories. At the end of the day, humans have a spectrum of emotion, and so there is, you know, humor and deep emotion, love, etc., more positive emotions. And we also want people to reflect on the universality of migration. So even though this is like on the nose in the sense that we are portraying migration across the US-Mexico border and it's a real world topic, this is something that's obviously very relevant here in Germany, in Europe, and around the globe. And
yeah, it's a big problem over there too. It's crazy how this what the fuck is going on with these Western countries, man? This is bad.
We want people to be thinking about
it's real bad.
Bro, at this point, here's what I'm going to say, because I honestly, I don't even have to finish reacting to the rest of this. Shout out to Asmongold. I'm going to link the video in the description box below for people that want to watch the full video. We watched almost all of it. There's only about like 5-6 minutes left, but we got the gist of it. There is really no gameplay to be had here. This is a game that is strictly meant for propaganda. That's all it is. It's a game that she says is trying to not glorify the entire illegal immigration nonsense, but it is. Like, it literally is. Like, that's what's going on here. And it goes to show that these people, they focus more so on the empathetic nature of things instead of the actual reality of things. And the reality of things is, like Asmongold said, if you don't want to be in this situation, well, perhaps you shouldn't be doing it. And then people say, well, their country that they're coming from is really bad. Well, yeah. And ours isn't, for reasons, right? Like, and you are trying to make it seem as if we shouldn't have borders. Meanwhile, everybody else is allowed to have borders. I guarantee you, if somebody were to come to your house and say, hey, I want to come inside, you will say, no, I have no idea who you are. So why are you enacting the complete reverse when it comes to your actual country? And I'll tell you why. It's because it doesn't affect these women, right? It doesn't affect the women who are pushing for it. It doesn't affect the people who are pushing for it. They're usually completely safe from the nonsense that is being dealt with every single day. It doesn't affect them whatsoever. They're in the clear. But the people that it does affect, well, they never have to see them, so it doesn't exist to them. That's the biggest issue. You guys let me know what you think about this entire situation in the comments down below of this video. Let me know what you think about Asmongold's take on this, my take on this, and the overall gameplay, if you even want to call it that. And leave a like and a comment, and I will see you guys on the next one.